Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. So we talked about this last time. M is our slope, which is rise, up and down over the run, which is left to right. Our B is our y-intercept. I'm running out of room. Okay. So that literally just means where line goes through y-axis. Okay, so slope, rise, over run, up and down, over left to right. B is your y-intercept. It's literally where the line goes through the y-axis. Okay? Your equation must be in y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. We are going to, again, skip this like we did last time. We probably won't, well, for the videos we will. If you're in class, you wouldn't have seen all these. So, notice how the first one has dots on it. So remember how we talked about those grid lines last class? So grid lines, if you were not there or you forgot, are the actual lines on the graph. Does that make sense? The actual lines on the graph. Those are called grid lines. So what you're going to do is you are going to connect the two dots using grid lines. So I used grid lines to connect the dots. And then I count boxes. How many up and down boxes? 1. How many left to right boxes? 1. So my slope is 1 over 1. Notice how that line is nice, negative. So it is a negative 1 over 1, or you could just write it as negative 1. Either of these answers will work. Alrighty. We're going to kind of skip around. 4 has dots on it, so let's look at 4. Again, using the grid lines, connect the two dots. Using the grid lines, connect the two dots. All right. Then you count boxes. Well, there's 1 left to right. That's my bottom number. There is 1, 2 up and down. So my slope is 2. And it's a positive. So either of these will work. Either of those will work. All right, now we're going to kind of go back to number 2 because it doesn't have the line. So we talked about, and let me zoom this in just so that you can see it a little bit better. Okay, we talked about how you need to make sure that you are on corners. So remember, a corner is where boxes are meeting. Okay, so as I go up and down my line, I'm looking for where is it touching corners. So in the very middle, we are very lucky it's touching corners there. As I go up, that's not a corner, not a corner, not a corner. That's a corner. And I only need 2. While I could keep going up and find more, I only need 2 corners. Okay? From there, again, I'm going to connect using the grid lines. I'm going up 2 and left to right is 1, 2, 3. It's a positive slope, so it is positive 2/3. That is what you should get.